I feel like I'm seeing a plane full of red pills being dropped off live in real time. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today I bring you an update on the Nicki Minaj Twitter kerfuffle. Now, I did a video about this a couple of days ago where I broke the initial story, and this all started from one tweet, and I'll place that on the screen before you in case you have not seen it or you need a quick refresher. All Nicki Minaj was saying is that the very expensive $275,000 per table Met Gala requires the shot, and she doesn't want to get the shot just to go there. If she's going to get the shot, it'd be on her own terms, when she does research, when she feels comfortable. Now, I don't see why that's a bad thing to say. Rather than getting bullied into doing the thing, do it because you want to. Do it on your own terms. Do your own research. And in that same tweet, she said, wear a mask. So we're not speaking about somebody necessarily super anti-vax in a stereotypical fashion. She still believes in the mask. And she said she recommends getting the shot in subsequent tweets. But apparently that wasn't enough. She got attacked from the left viciously. Joy Reid from MS13 DNC, she did an immediate reaction on air, finger wagging, how dare you, all this and that. A lot of celebrities on the internet, they attacked her. Regular normies, they were attacking her. It was crazy. But she didn't back down. She doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on Twitter, asking questions about the shot. Like, hey, which one is the best one? What should I do? Really inquiring about the whole situation. Now, it got so quote unquote bad for the left that Twitter went ahead and blocked her from tweeting. Now, I don't know how long she was blocked because, you know, you get put in so-called Twitter jail. It could be for 12 hours, 24 hours, a week, 2 weeks. I have no idea. She didn't specify how long she had been blocked, but she said that she had been blocked. Now, this was the worst possible move because I think Twitter just did not want her to influence her 22 million followers and those who are not even following her to ask questions about the shot. But now that you done blocked her, now that's all over the blog sites, all over every news channel. It's everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, just one anecdote she gave about her cousin in Trinidad having an adverse reaction to the shot. I won't get too graphic, but just that one anecdote she shared made the government over there have to go on TV and quote unquote debunk it. You're talking about a very powerful person. Now, Nicki Minaj was not done. Oh no. She went on the Instagram and gave her 2 cents about being blocked on Twitter. So let's watch some of that. And I think I'm going to upload the full thing on my website, anthonyblogan.com. Link for that will be in the description box. But I'll play a little bit right here so you kind of understand what's going on. And after we get done listening to that, I'll come back. I'll talk about what she said. Then I give you the rest of my 2 cents, my deep detail analysis, and then I wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
A lot of times lately, I've had to stop myself from speaking freely because my documentary is coming and I'd rather you guys be able to experience everything the way I'd like you to experience it on the documentary. I'll never go back on Twitter because now it's starting to feel a little scary. I remember when I was a little girl, and I would be taken to church, and sometimes the people in church would tell us, be happy that you're able to praise God freely, because some people in so many countries in the world can't praise the God they'd like to praise freely. They have to hide the Bibles if they are a Christian in some countries, right? And that always motivated me to want to be in church and enjoy church, because I was like, wow, some people don't get this luxury. And what's happening now is I realize slowly but surely we are now living in those places that we used to talk about 50 years ago and 30 years ago and 20 years ago. we have become that place that we don't, that you can't speak. You can't speak for the fear of the mob attacking you. If that doesn't give you chills up and down your spine, this is scary. You should be able to ask questions about anything you're putting inside your body. We ask a bunch of questions about the most simple thing. Oh, how that glue work? Do that glue really keep the wig down for how many hours? Oh, because if I go in the pool and if I smell it off and but you can't just innocently ask a question about something going in your body? Do y'all realize that I remember going to China and they were telling us, you cannot speak out against, the people in power there, etc. And I remember all of us thinking, oh, okay, well, we understand and we respect the laws here and that it's so different where we live. But don't y'all see what's happening? Don't y'all see that we are living now in that time?
All right, so you heard that. You didn't really see her too much because she had the camera pointed up to the ceiling, but you heard that, and I think she said that perfectly. Now, am I going to sit here and say I'm Nicki Minaj's biggest fan, I love her music, all that kind of stuff? No, that's not even really important. It's totally irrelevant to the issue of is she correct or incorrect. I think she's correct 100% because it is scary when you can't even ask questions. She wasn't trying to say a thing as a fact or say, make claims about what does this or what does that. She's asking questions. So you can't even ask questions anymore. You got to just do whatever they say and have that be that. What kind of country is that? And then when she compared or when she brought up China, talking about when they go over there, they can't speak about those that are in charge or in a bad way. That kind of thing is happening here where you can't even talk about the shot, where you can't even ask questions about this or that or this, where there are certain medications that have been approved for a very long time, that have been in use for a very long time, that have been proven to be safe, and we can't even use those because of a political beef. Oh, Trump said this works, so we can't use that anymore. We had been using it before Trump said something, but because he said it, then we can't use it. Oh, this particular drug could be cheaper than that drug over there. Although the drug that's cheaper has been around for a long time, has been used, has been proven to be safe, won a Nobel Peace Prize just 5-6 years ago, fairly recently. Oh, we can't use that because it's cheaper, but we're going to call it dangerous and unproven and all this and that and the third. So you kind of see what's going on here. And one thing I liked that she said is she would see other people on the internet or on television talking, and she'd be like, oh, they're conspiracy theorists. Don't know what they're talking about. That's nonsense. But then when she experiences it, but then when she goes through it, she's like, oh, okay, now I understand. Now I see it. And sometimes you got to go through it to understand, because you could be on the outside looking in and have your opinion, have your viewpoint, but it's kind of hard for you to really understand unless you go through it. You may think, oh, that ain't going to happen to me. That's just them over there. They're crazy nut jobs, tinfoil hat wearers. But then when it's you and you're in that same position, everything begins to click. Them red pills fall from the sky, and you're going to get a few that you're going to ingest. I believe she then got red pill here. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say Nicki Minaj is now a staunch conservative and she's going to be out there campaigning for Larry Elder in California in 2022. I don't think so. I mean, that'd be great if it did happen. Again, I'm not saying I'm Nicki Minaj's biggest fan of her music, but her cultural impact is undeniable. Just one anecdote shared by her on the Twitter page and prompted a whole investigation. A whole country looked into that case in Trinidad, a whole country. And the minister of health or whoever that was got on TV and had to, quote unquote, debunk it. So you're talking about a very powerful person. They invited her to go to the White House and all that stuff. Okay. Just her posting Tucker Carlson on her Twitter page and then putting the bullseye emoji, like the right on target, dead on, I agree. Just posting this clip right here has given Tucker many more viewers that he would never had before.
But it's not anything to do with the physical effect of the vaccine that makes our political class mad. It's the last part of Nicki Minaj's tweet that enrages them. The part where she says you should pray on it, make the decision yourself like a free human being, and, quote, don't be bullied. So our media and public health officials didn't like this because they make their livings bullying people. So they couldn't let it stand.
So you're talking about a very, very influential person. Now, the White House, they want to get her and bring her up there and talk to her. I'm not sure for what. What are they really going to do? They're going to, quote unquote, educate her, or they're going to try to brainwash her? Because they're not going to say anything different than what Joy Reid on MS-13 DNC was trying to say. Than any of these so-called celebrities on the internet, like Chuck Yogurt's nephew or whatever. They're not going to say anything different. All that she wants to do is to have a conversation, to be able to express herself, not to be silenced, not to be kind of herded in one direction. Why must I believe whatever the mainstream wants me to believe? As I close, I want to say this. Mainstream media, politics, entertainment is pretty much all in one. And they have one message. We are leftists. We are Borg. Join us or you're going to be excommunicated. It doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how many fans, how much money you have. It's irrelevant. The rapper DaBaby went through that when he said something about LGBT and HIV. Although they are linked, obviously, because that's how the whole thing started, really. Just keeping it all the way real. Him saying that was just too much. And then they're canceling him from shows. You got a lot of big name morons like Questlove from The Roots, disrespecting them, crossing his name out on stuff. People that are your friends, your allies, those you didn't broke bread with, made money with, all of a sudden now turn their back on you because you go against what mainstream media, mainstream politics, mainstream entertainment thinks. So I appreciate her for standing up for what she believes in. Just asking questions, not even saying that this doesn't work or that does work, just asking. For asking, she's getting silenced. For asking, she's being admonished by people that are considered to be her peers and friends, those that say they're her fans when I just totally disrespect her on television, like Joy Reid and other people. It's crazy. So I think that red pill is dropping down, and hopefully she done took a few. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about Nicki Minaj's potential red pill moment? How do you feel about the mainstream media, politics, etc., coming against her in full force? Whatever your thoughts on all those things are, let me know in the comments below. You guys pretty much know where I'm at. I appreciate when anyone, celebrity or not, uses their brain and asks questions. That's all you got to do, ask questions. Hey, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? This is a basic human thing to do. Don't just take whatever somebody says at face value. Don't even take what I say at face value. In all my videos, I put links in the description box where you can go fact check me, fact check this video, and see if I said any kind of lies. See if I made up any lies here. We should all do that with everything in life. And not just take whatever we get given because the government says take it and don't ask questions. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.